Hey guys, it is Adrian and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just woke up and I'm getting ready to go to the school. But I thought I will give you guys life update because it's been weeks I left my job and it's been almost 1.5 weeks I came back to Mangalore. And here are the things that have changed after leaving that toxic ass job. So let me do my skincare first. And yeah, the number one thing that changed is my skin. Like, this was my skin when I was working there. And you know how they say that your skin already knows when you are around toxic people or like toxic relationships or whatever, toxic places? Yeah, I feel like that is true, because how the hell did my skin go from this to this? Like, now it's not the perfect, but now I don't have that much breakouts, and I am fully going to blame my job for my breakouts and all of that, because half of the reason was that job. That is what I feel. The environment there was so toxic that my skin could figure it out way before I did. And after my skin, if something has changed, is my sleep schedule. So now, if you guys don't know, I used to like do these night shifts, and I used to have surgeries scheduled in the morning at 5. So at 5 in the morning, if there is a surgery, and then I don't have to do 9 hours of duty, I had to do the duty till 7 in the evening. So it was like almost 15 hours, and my body couldn't take it. Like, yeah, I was getting paid, but I eventually couldn't take it. And because I had surgeries at 5 in the morning scheduled, I would, yeah, please, what I would do is I would not sleep throughout the night, because I was very scared of waking up at 5. Because one day I did not wake up at 5 o'clock, and I did not want to repeat that. Like, I woke up late, like 5:15. It was still fine because the patient came late. So thank God I was safe. But I did not want to take the risk of not waking up. So what I used to do is I used to not sleep. And the same day after my surgery is done, this man used to arrange for some other surgery, and I would have to do the night duty. Okay, so I did the night duty. I should not sleep, because eventually they said that, oh, what's the point of sleeping if you're on night duty? So I should not sleep for that also, because that is why they did not give me my payment. My sleep schedule was fucked up. Like, my body did not know when to sleep, when to not sleep. It was so bad that I would sleep only for 2, 3, 4 hours. And now that I'm home, I try to sleep on time. Like, it was so difficult for me for the first 1 week, but now I sleep around 2 o'clock. I used to sleep at 4. Imagine, now I sleep around 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and I wake up at 10. So my sleep is amazing. Like, I get very good amount of sleep. And this lip balm is such a good lip balm. Like, it is definitely removing my pigmentation, I must say that. So if you guys want a winter friendly lip balm, I think you need to go for this one. Okay, now, having said about my sleep, the second thing that was affecting me was my appetite. Now, because I used to sleep super late, and like I used to not function, my body was not functioning. There was a time when I was provided everything in the clinic, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything. And since the time I complained about the head, like the admin to the head branch, he made sure that I was starving. And obviously I wouldn't pay or afford getting Zomato, because why would I pay so much to get fed? Like, it doesn't make sense. I would rather go home and eat and come, but that also was not allowed. So I had to stay there, and I would not eat anything. And when I came back home, I was too tired to even cook anything. So I used to not sleep. So there have been times I have only survived on coffee and then like 2 bananas or a puff. That used to be my day. But now that I'm home, every time I ask my grandfather anything, he makes sure he cooks it for me. Like, today morning I had masala dosa for breakfast, and in the afternoon now he's making prawns chili, because he knows I love it. So that is how it's changed. And I eat two times. Like I eat in the morning, afternoon I don't eat because I wake up very late, so I'm not really hungry. And then I go to my cousin sister's place, I eat there, I eat dinner there, and then I come back to my place and I eat dinner again. So I eat like twice. I am fed pretty well now, and that can be seen. I have more energy than ever. I love it. For me, like, at least my stomach is full. I can't imagine same time last month I was literally starving, and now I get to eat everything I want thanks to me leaving that toxic job. Next, and the most important thing is, I am at so much peace right now. Like, nobody is calling me to ask me anything. Nobody is like, Adrian, you have to do night shift again, come right now. Nobody is doing that. How great is that? Like, seriously, how good is that? Because I was so fed up. I was not at peace at all. Even when I came home for Easter last year, every second I'm with my friends or like enjoying time with my family and shit, somebody is calling me from that stupid clinic, and they're like, Arden, where is this, where is that, where is this, where is that? Like, it is not only my responsibility to know everything about that clinic, right? Like, I was asked everything and I didn't mind that. But when you're asking me something, ask at once. There's no point calling me again and again and again and again. And I was so done with it, because I'm like, I don't even get to be at peace. Sunday was always a holiday, okay? And I did not even want to work on a Sunday, because Sunday is a day of rest and I have to go to church. In between that, I am not going to work. Like, that's not happening. That is the main reason I chose this job, because Sunday was a holiday. And this man kept forcing me to come on Sundays, and I was like, I'm not coming no matter what. I am not coming on Sundays. You cannot make me work on Sundays, because it was already told that Sunday is supposed to be a holiday. So how are you making me work? And because of all this, there was so much drama going on. Like, no, Adrian, every day same thing, that no, Adrian, Sunday if you have to work, please try, please try. No. And I was so clear that I'm not going to come. With me, my one only friend of the clinic, even she was super clear that she's not going to come, because Sunday is supposed to be a family day. So we decided we're not going on Sundays. And then eventually, because of that also, too much drama happened. Now, not even Sundays, I don't have to go anywhere on any days. The only place I go to is school, which I voluntarily go, and I really like going. So I don't mind that. Next thing is, I have time to breathe. And what I mean by that is, there have been times I've gone to the clinic and I've come back after 3 days. Like, I used to come back in between for an hour, obviously to like change and all, like to have bath and all of that. But even then, my admin was like, Adrian, don't go home, you can just have bath here. I can have bath there. What about my clothes? What about my hygiene? Like, what do you mean I can stay there only? If it was in his control, he would have made me stay in that clinic. And he has also asked me like if I could stay in the clinic, because he was like, I didn't think about it, you will not have to pay anything, and you will get a room to sleep, and the facilities are so good, blah 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 blah. And I didn't agree to that, because I knew what was coming. The other person with me, who was a brother who was staying there, first thing, they treated him like he was their personal servant. Even on Sundays, he used to call them and be like, somebody is there at the door, please open the shutter so that person can fix the AC. And then they also cut around 2000 3000 rupees for staying there. So imagine if I stayed there, okay? So I like strictly told, I am not going to stay here, no matter what, I am not going to stay here. And then after that, surgery started. So it was like every day one surgery, there's no time. One day 4 surgeries with one nursing staff. I was doing it. I had no problem. But you have to think about me. If you're making me work so much, if you're making me overwork, my body is not going to take it. First thing, I am hungry, you're not providing me food. On that, you're making me work so much, and I'm alone doing all of that shit, and you have no, like, zero respect for me for handling that work. Nobody would handle that work. Like, even now, recently I got a call from this main surgeon, who is the surgeon there, and he told one of my friends that, I don't know what has happened to this clinic, I don't want to work there anymore. When you people were there, the clinic was so good, I don't want to go there now, because all of the staff are changed and all of that has happened. So yeah, now I don't have to overwork because all I do is do the work that I actually want to do. I go to school, I teach dance, I come back, I'll go to church. I don't mind doing all that. I'm not overworking myself. My body is getting the rest that it needed, and I'm so glad that it is this way now because I feel so much better not having to run here and there. And whenever I used to have these like surgeries, I used to always make sure I see the steps in my phone, like the number of steps recorded, and there are times my steps have been 25,000 and I'm not going anywhere. I'm only in the clinic. Imagine running 25,000 in that clinic just because this man is keeping 4 surgeries because he needs the money while he's not thinking about others. Thinking also, forget, you should have at least, like, you should have gratitude towards the other person that they are doing so much for your clinic to run. It's not like it's my clinic. I'm working there. I'm giving my 100%, and you are showing zero respect and gratitude towards me. That is not going to happen. I'm not going to take that. Last but not the least is emotional stability. I'm going to tell it out loud and clear. I think I've cried in that clinic for more than 20 times, okay, in a day, maybe 3-4 times, because first thing, I am overworked. Second thing, people who are not even qualified, okay, qualified for anything, they are just house helps. They are telling me how to do my work and then bitching and then all these office politics. And I used to get so much, I used to be so frustrated because of all that. And I can't show my frustration because if I am going to do that, I'm going to be kicked out of the job. That is pretty much all. I have very bad anger issues, so I just used to store it in me, and then it used to just come out as cry. And I used to go to the bathroom and cry. I was like, I don't want to do this job. I used to tell my friends, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. My face used to be so small every morning I went to that clinic because I really, my body gave up, my soul gave up, my mind gave up. I was like, there's no way I am going to continue this job because it's not happening with me anymore. And now that I am out of it, I feel so relieved. I don't remember the last time I cried. Life is so good right now, and everybody I told that I left my job, not one person told me that, oh Aden, why did you leave the job, think about your future. No, nobody told me that. Everybody was like, good, you will get another job. And that was my mindset eventually. At first I thought, what if, like, everybody tells me, why did you leave the job, you should adjust this, that, because normally people say that you should adjust, that happens in workplace. But the people around me were so good to me that they always told me, you will always find another job, just leave the job. So I left, and now this is my life. I am eating well, I'm sleeping well, my skin is clearly doing better. I don't remember the last time I cried. I have so much energy in me now. I'm not overworked, I'm at peace. That is the most important thing. You may think, okay, she left a job, what now? She's not going to gain anything leaving a job. These are the things I gain, and I think these were the things that were so important for me, that now that I have it, I feel so blessed. I'm like, okay, I don't have a job, but at least I have these things. I'm doing very good. I'm not sad for no reason. So maybe I don't have the money, but at least I have this happiness. So yeah, these are the things that happened to me after I left my toxic job, and I don't regret a bit. Like, now people may be like, okay, what's the big deal? It was a big deal to me. Until you are in my shoes, you would not understand how big of a deal it is to me, because I felt from feeling absolute shit to doing so much better, and I feel so happy now. And yeah, that is it, you guys. These are the changes that happened after leaving the toxic ass job, and right now I have to go to do something I actually love. So yeah, this was the life update, and I will meet you guys in the next video. Also, please let me know if you guys want a winter skincare haul, because I have the best products that you can use for winter, which will definitely help your skin. So yeah, do let me know in the comments, and I will meet you guys in the next video. Bye.